here in the lab with Fingazz.
Good, my dude.
What's going on, man? Thank you for having me right here, dude.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I know this is where it goes down.
Streetlight Music Studios.
Rancho,
Ontario, IE.
And it's crazy, man. I seen before you got to this, man. I saw the Purple Room.
Yeah, it's world famous. Purple Room, we put it down about almost 10 years over there. It's where we, messed with the Dog Pound and broke a lot of the artists that we're hitting with right now. It all started there. So
And that was Corona.
that was in Corona, yeah.
So that was 10 years over there?
Almost 10 years right there in Flossie's garage. We did it right out the house, and I mean, you saw it didn't look like a garage. We had it looking proper, but we had to step it up.
So that was Flossie's CEO Streetlight.
Yeah, Flossie and me started Streetlight. He's the business side, so he's got to take the title and run with that, because I'm on the creative side, and that way we get everything handled. The music's handled by me. He handles all the business connections with the industry and paperwork, stuff I don't need to be messing with.
Right.
But you got to be able to trust somebody that can handle that.
Yeah.
So you come up together, and you go through the trenches, and you know that somebody's gonna constantly have your back and make sure that business is always going to be handled properly for you. So pretty.
And that gives you the room too to be more creative and do what you do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. How long has Streetlight been around? How long you guys been together as?
Well, we started
music?
Around that a little longer than the 10 years, maybe going on 11 or 12 years. We got introduced by a mutual friend. I used to be playing in bands to make a living, and a musician friend I had was friends with him, and had asked me to come over and help him hook up his equipment in his apartment, because he was trying to start a music company, but he didn't know shit about it. So he tried to bring me in to hook up his gear. I didn't really know him, but I came over and saw that he had all the shit I wanted, to be a producer, like the ADATs back in the day. They had the ADATs and the Mackie mixer and the mics and a nice computer and all that, because he had some money, stacking up his money. He was trying to put it into the music. So me having the opportunity to use that stuff and sharpen my skills, and him having no musical ability whatsoever, it was like a perfect combination. And so I started going there more and more, and started producing his brother, who was a rapper, and sharpening my skills with that. And then he hit me up one day saying, "Hey, I'm moving back to the IE," because we were in Orange County at the time, and I was playing in bands out there. And so he said, "Man, I'm going back to the IE." He's born and raised there, so I'm buying a house out there, and I'm gonna build this studio. I got my chips up, and I'm gonna just go for it. So let's go start this thing right. We actually started IE Records, and what our goal was to this is before Streetlight ever became anything. Our goal was really to be a record company, and what we did is, when we got the studio even barely started, we didn't even have the garage done. We just took an extra room downstairs, put the gear up in there, started slowly building the garage studio. But we started, going around with him and his brother, who's out here and knew everybody in the streets as a rapper. He just started going around and pulling people into the studio, just to build up like a compilation, just to get our name out there. We just went around and pulled all kinds of IE talent that was, kind of a little buzz going in the streets. And that led to us bringing in Lunch and Homeless Nation, Lunch and Gambit and Mistress. They all came in, they were already doing it as Homeless Nation, and that's kind of how that relationship started way back then. So that's one of the first people I worked with.
That's crazy. So you were doing bands, though? You were playing music?
I was playing keyboards. I was playing in funk bands. Just my first love is funk music, and I was playing keyboards. I mean, ever since I can remember, as soon as I had to go out and make money, at an early age, I just went out and just clicked up with musicians and getting into clubs underage, and I was playing in bars, playing funk covers, playing the Zap and
Who taught you? Like, did you go to you take lessons as a kid, or you just started?
I've been kind of tinkering with music my whole life, but I'm kind of self-taught. I did the high school thing where you play in the band, play the drums, and you get a taste of music right there, but I wasn't super serious about it. But I started, getting heavy on the keyboards and messing with it, writing songs, and messing with a keyboard through school. And by the time I got out of school, I went out and just started playing, getting my chops up as a musician. And I did the whole thing where you try to join a band and you try to get a record deal, and that whole dream. And that was, I spent years wasting, well, no, I don't call it wasting my time, because I was getting better as I did. I was learning, but you know, it was kind of the school experience. It takes a lot longer.
Right.
Yeah, I ended up like 24. I think I toured with En Vogue. I think I was about 24. I toured on keyboards with En Vogue, and got to go and do shows in front of like 30,000 people.
Wow.
And
what was that like? En Vogue was huge too,
it was pretty crazy. That's when they had 3 girls. Dawn split off from the group, and they went off and did an EB3 album. But what was crazy is one of the reasons I got the gig is because I played the talk box, that Roger Troutman instrument, which I've played for like 13 years now, 14 years. And
you do well, by the way, man. Straight up, that's not an easy thing to like.
I'm still trying to. I mean, I got it down now, but like literally, even back then when people thought I was doing it, I still had a long way to go. It's a difficult.
It's tough, yeah, to make it sound well, to make it sound good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's a lot of cats doing it that are good now. So, you know, it's just one of my weapons that I got.
So you pulled that out.
I mean, one of the reasons I got the gig because they wanted to kind of add a street edge. They brought a DJ into the band, and then they pulled me in, and I was playing all the second keyboard parts, you know, horn lines and crazy runs and stuff. And then on some songs I would sing the talk box with the girls, and I would play like the 4th harmony. So I'm just, you know, rocking my talk box, you know what I mean, in an amphitheater with 30,000 people screaming. It was a crazy experience. You know, we did like Planet Groove on BET.
Wow.
It was on TV. And you know, I used to have the boy band haircut with the spikes and all that back then. But here I am on BET, you know what I mean, with the spikes and shit. The camera kept going to me like show the rest of the band, man. I'm like probably like stuck out from the whole group, and but it was fun, man. It was a good experience.
Was it crazy, like, and I hate bringing race into it, but being white and doing like Chicano rap, hip hop? Did you catch flack like on that? Did you ever get looked at like funny when you walked into the room?
I'll be honest with you, if I did, I never really paid attention to it, so I didn't notice.
Yeah.
But it seems like it almost made me stand out, like, oh, this motherfucker's white and he did this? Like almost like shock, like, you know, because my work's always spoke for itself, you know. I think, you know, I never really was one of those network types where I'd show up and I'd just be mouthing about what I do. I wasn't in the streets like that, just talking about what I did. People came to my studio, and I made the beat right in front of them. And whether they had any ill feelings about me or not in the beginning, by the end, halfway through the track, you know what I mean? It must have been squashed because you know it's about the work, man. You know what I mean? If I'm coming into the game, you know, as a white person and I'm just asking or talking to get respect, I mean, I might not get it. You know what I mean?
But you're a musician, hands down. You hopping on everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's about music to me. I'm not a DJ, so I'm not coming into hip hop from a DJ perspective, where you know, to be honest with you, I listened to so many different types of music growing up that I can't even say that I'm only gonna produce hip hop, which I'm already doing other styles, but you know, that from the funk leading into the rap and then the Chicano rap, it's just been what I love with the most, you know. But you know, I really don't think that it's gonna be the music and that's gonna speak for what I can do, and I'm not trying to be something I'm not. I'm just trying to make music. So no, I don't think anybody can say anything about that. You know, if you try to put on some kind of front about you this and that, then you're gonna get broken down. But it's really just it's about music, and just gonna put that music out there. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, it's cool. Go bang somebody else's. You know, if you got a problem, you know, with banging my shit for racial reasons,
turn it off.
Go buy some other album. I'm not mad. You know, you know, to each his own. So that's what it is.
That's tight. All right, so